Welcome to WSO2 demo sessions. Today's topic will be controlled API development, or how to control access and permission in API development by using roles, and also we're going to cover how to create an approval process for critical points in the API lifecycle. In small teams, the development process is simplified. There is no need for roles, and approval process very often does not exist at all. Common problems that the company faces when the team is growing is the need to segregate responsibilities. Permissions are changing with roles, and access to certain resources need to be controlled and limited. API developers create, version, and test APIs, while permission to deploy need to be moved to a senior team member or to team lead. One of the common requirements is to separate developers into teams. The API have to be visible only between developers in the same team. In other cases, critical point in the API life cycle sometimes required approval from the upper management. A new subscription, new application registration, or even new token requests need to be closely monitored and approved. In the case when budget is limited and the approval process is relatively simplified, the proposed solution is to use the new WSO2 API Management version 2.2 with new workflow possibilities. API developers would have only internal creation role, allowing them only to create APIs. Team leads will have internal publisher role, allowing them to publish it, basically change API status to published. Team separation will be enabled by defining roles in the Publisher Access Portal visibility section during the API creation. Access to Dev Portal will be controlled by internal subscriber role, while API visibility will be defined by roles listed in Developer Portal visibility section during the API creation. In the end, users that are part of the approval management group will need to have admin permission to get access to admin portal. In WSO2 console by default, we only have admin user and predefined roles like internal creator, publisher, and subscriber. Let's create a team A and team B roles that will be used for team separation. We don't need to add any additional permission to tie to them. Next, let's create roles financial, fin, and account like ACC that will be used to limit API invocation for subscribers. Again, we don't need any permission to be tied to them. Now we will create the users. User app dev A1 will be part of API development E team. We will choose internal creation role and team A role. Similarly, we will create dev app B1 with the same permission, but we will choose team B instead of team A role. For the team leads, we will choose matching team roles and internal publisher instead of internal creator role. Next, we will create subscription users sub 1 and sub 2, adding them to internal subscriber and fin and ACC roles. In the end, we will create approval manager user with admin role. The admin role is necessary for access to admin portal. First, we will create a global API that will be accessible by everyone. Next, create API visible only to team A. In the Design Configuration section under Publisher Access Control Visibility drop-down box, select Restrict by Role option and type Team A role. In the same way, we will create API visible only to the Team B by typing Team B role. Note that if you make a typo, error message will pop up. Both API are in the status created. In order to be published, we need a team lead with the correct permission to log in and publish it. With correct permission, the lifecycle section will be visible. Currently, both team API together with the global API will be visible in the dev portal. To limit, in design configuration section under development portal visibility, we will choose restricted by roles and populate desired roles. Team A API will be visible to anyone that has a FIN or ACC role, while Team B API will be visible only to users with the FIN role. After these changes, in the dev portal will be visible only global API by default because it doesn't have any restriction. Sub 1 user will be able to see both APIs, while Sub 2 user will be able to see only Team A API because he doesn't have a financial role. Currently, Approval Manager doesn't have any task to approve or reject in the admin portal. In order to set approval process for API state change, in the Carbon Console application, under Resource section, we need to select the workflow extension XML configuration file. By default, API state change is controlled by simply workflow executor. If we change to approval workflow executor, we can define what status we want to be controlled. By default, status from created to published and published to block will need approval. After these changes, if API change its states from created to published, it will stay in request is pending status. In lifecycle section, you will see also that lifecycle state change is pending. If you change your mind, you can delay the request by deleting the task. Now, the Approval Manager will see the pending task, and after accept it, the API will be in the published status. In order to add approval process to subscription change and new token request, we will, as before, modify the workflow extension XML configuration file. A new token request is covered by Product Application Registration Executor. Proprietary, we will change it from Simple Workflow Executor to Approval Workflow Executor. To tie the approval to subscription update event, we will change Subscription Update section and change from Simple Workflow to Approval Workflow Executor. Let's test this. First, let's update the Team A API and add more subscription plan. In Dev Portal, change the current subscription for default application from Bronze to Unlimited. Right now, in the upper corner, we will get message that the subscription tier is updated, but status is in pending. To test the new token request, we will create a new application and name it to demo. Next, we will subscribe to APIM API and choose one business plan. When we try to generate new application key, we will get message that the request is pending and need approval from the site administrator. In the admin portal dashboard, we will see two pending tasks, one for subscription update and another for key generation. Using the proposed solution, we managed to control access to publisher and dev portal based on internal roles. With the new version of the WSO2 API management, it's possible to create approval process for the API lifecycle as well for its consummation. There is no technology or vendor lock by using WSO2 open source solution. Thank you for your attention and see you next time.